Front motion.
Copy, rest.
Copy.
13, Cap 597 on Boulder. I'll pull in there and move to DFS.
Alright, so I want to show everybody just a few basic operations of the Pro 2050. So before I start, I picked the scanner up today. It was really cheap, that's why I bought it. It's pretty old. I know the manual is from around 1998, so I'm assuming that's around when the radio was produced. But it's still a good radio, and it'll operate on the Motorola Type 2, which a lot of counties use if you're still on the analog system. If your county or the system you're trying to scan operates on digital, this won't work for you. But I picked this up for $25, and it was on Craigslist, so you guys could probably pick one of these up pretty cheap too because it's so old. But if you're wondering how to program it, this is how you do it. So you're going to hold trunk. You're going to hold it for at least 2 seconds. So hold it for 2 seconds. The trunk icon will appear right here. You're going to press the number for which bank you want to use. So if this is the first system you're programming, you would press 1. I already have 2 systems programmed, so I'm going to start a new system on number 3. So I'm going to press 3. And now, don't worry about the channel number because they go up with each system. So say if you started at system 1, it would start at channel 1. I'm at system 3, so the first channel in system 3 is going to be channel 61. So now what you do is, most people generally use RadioReference.com. They're the best. So go online, find what system you want to do, say Riverside or whatever county you live in, you want to program that. It's going to have a list of frequencies for all the trunked frequencies in that system. So you're going to start with the first one. And there might be a few of the channels in red or blue. Now on newer radios you only have to program the red channels, which is maybe like 3 to 7 channels. This is an older radio, so most likely you're going to have to program all the channels, and that's what you want to do. So you're going to just start on the first one. So say the first one is 868.7125. Okay, so remember, every time you input a new channel, you have to press E. Once it's done, make sure it's correct, and then you press E for enter, and that saves that channel. So now 61 is on that channel right there. So now you're going to move on to your channel number 2. So once again, let's try another one. I'm just programming random frequencies in this because I already have the systems I want. This is still going to be the exact same for what you're going to be doing. So let's say the second channel on the list. I mean, the list usually has somewhere around 10 to 25 channels. You have to program all of these individually. So you just start on the first one, move on to the second, and so on. So here's channel 2. Let's say we're at 868.3675. Now we press enter again to save that. Don't forget to press enter though, because if you move up to your next channel, so we're on 62 right now, if you move up to 63 without pressing enter, this is what happens. So we're on 63 now, but if we go back to 62, it didn't save it. Now when we go back to 61, we pressed enter, so it saved that frequency. 62, we didn't press enter, so it didn't save it. So now we have to start over on that channel. So another random frequency here is 868.7358, or 735, and that's it. Enter. So then we move up another channel again to program our third frequency. 868.379. Enter. Don't forget the enter. And you do this so on until you're done with your 7 to 20 channels that are in your system. And once again, you can find all those on RadioReference.com. They're great, and it's a free website. So check that out. That'll really help you out. So now, once you're done programming them, after you've went through all of your 7 to, say 10 channels, you're gonna hold on. You're gonna press the trunk button right here, trunk, 2 times, and that's gonna save it. So now. So you saved all of your frequencies, they're all in the correct bank. We were saving those on 3. So then you would now press, now it's popping up and it's blinking because it's saying what system do we want to track? 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, which one do we want to track? So we just programmed 3, even though they were fake frequencies and they were just for demonstration. We pressed the button 3, and that's going to take us to that system we just programmed. See, it takes a second or two to load all the frequencies, and then it'll move on to the search system. So now, once again, let's do this. So I already have a legitimate system program for systems 1 and 2. So now we'll press 1. It's going to take a few seconds just to load all those channels, and now we're in the search mode. Now this is searching all of the active users on that entire system. As you can hear, there's a traffic on that system right now. And this is a large system, so there's going to be a lot of traffic all the time, and you're not going to want all this traffic. So what we do is we program into the scan settings. So right now, all of these numbers that are popping up, 4304, those are all different IDs on the system. Now you're going to want to program individual IDs, because say you want to just listen to the fire department of your county, or the police department, or different police channels like tactical or narcotics or the police dispatch. Those all have a unique ID code, and the way you program the IDs is you press the scan button. Now I already have these IDs programmed in mine, so this is slightly different, but you're gonna press the up button and it's gonna say 1. And now say you want to program an ID, so let's just say like the one that's here. So to program 4304, which is a police dispatch channel, you would just type in 4304, and then once again you press the enter button. Now that one's saved. So now look at number 2. That's a different ID channel. So that one's 4432. Now say we want to change that one. We want to listen to, say, narcotics, which is 5084. Then we would press enter and it would save it. And now channel 2 is 5084. That's our fake channel. I'm going to put that back to the one that it was at. And after you program all of your individual IDs, then you can go ahead and press the scan button. And now all it's doing right now is it's scanning that system for the IDs you programmed. So now all the other IDs, say the fire department or the ambulance company or the city workers, you're not going to hear any of those people. You're only going to hear the few IDs that you program. Say you program the narcotics department or the tactical department or any of those different channels. You're only going to hear those because you programmed those. That's the difference between search and scan